Pokemon has been around for over 30 years now, and over those 30 years, tons and tons of Pokemon fan theories have surfaced. Today, I'm going to be covering 10 of those theories, and if I think they're true or not. I will be seeing the best and most believable theories last, so let's get started. Starting with number 10, the Paradox Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet are imaginary. Evidence here says that the Pokemon appear in the Scarlet and Violet book before the time machine was ever built. Some fans believe the time machine is actually a wish-granting machine powered by Terapagos that brought back to life the Paradox monsters that the author simply imagined or hallucinated. So, were they real or were they not? They're real. Yes, they could be manifestations of his imagination, but honestly, I don't think Pokemon is the type of company to give us the "it was all a dream" type excuse to explain whatever mythical creatures. And also, like, Scarlet and Violet, kind of their whole thing is like past and future, so like it would just kind of ruin the whole thing if it was all imaginary, and there's just not enough evidence. I'd say I could see myself believing this if there was more evidence, but right now the evidence is just kind of like this is a playground rumor. All right, moving on to number 9. Gym leaders scale their power. It explains why champion level trainers like Brock use low level Pokemon against beginners. The evidence is that in Pokemon Origins, which was like a mini anime series about like Red, basically summarizing the Kanto games, Brock chooses specific Pokeballs based on how many badges the challenger has. This confirms gym leaders have entire rosters of high level Pokemon, but are legally required to test the trainers fairly. This makes perfect sense. Even if they don't officially show this, and the closest we get is seeing Brock pick between his Pokeballs in one little episode, no, I for sure believe this. This actually makes sense. I mean, how unfair would it be for you to be like, okay, I just got my Charmander, go, and he sends out like a level 54 Onix, bro. It also explains why they always have unevolved Pokemon regardless of which versions you play. For example, like, let's say you go from like Black to Black 2, right? Some of the gym leaders are the same, but their Pokemon don't really change that much, which makes perfect sense. Based on the amount of gym badges that they see a challenger has, they scale their team accordingly. All right, number 8, the legendary beasts are resurrected evolutions. Ho-Oh didn't just create Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, it evolved them. The evidence is that 3 unnamed Pokemon died when the Brass Tower burned down in Johto. Their types, Fire, Water, Electric, match the original 3 evolutions. The lore is that the city that the Brass Towers burned down in is home to the Camino girls, who exclusively train evolutions, further linking the species to the city's legends. So let me get this straight. I'm pretty sure the legend goes is that 3 unnamed Pokemon went into the Brass Tower as it was burning to like save people or Pokemon or something like that. And then Ho-Oh resurrected them, turned them into legendary dogs, and they're just booling out here now. Honestly, I don't know. I could see it. I don't think I quite buy it, but like 90% chance. Honestly, you know what? For the sake of this video, for sure I buy into it. Like, let's be honest. Like, it makes sense. The original 3 evolutions like would go into it because they were unnamed. And think about it, the exact same types, they're all 4-legged Pokemon. Like, if you were to make the Eevee's like if you were to compare the original 3 evolutions to any legendary Pokemon out there, for sure this trio, like Suicune, Entei, Raikou, I'm sorry, that was weird, like that just fits them the best, and it makes sense, right? Like, these 3 evolutions, which would have been in this town, because obviously citizens of this town are known to train evolutions, so their Pokemon would have been ready to jump into the fire, save people, and Ho-Oh resurrected them as stronger type counterparts. Like, it just makes sense. Number 7 is that N is a Zoroark. The mysterious antagonist of Black and White might not be human at all. The evidence is that N can understand and speak to Pokemon fluently. The encounter. In the sequel games, a Zoroark leads the player through a castle to N and then vanishes instantly, suggesting that the Zoroark was an N using its illusion ability. So yes, Zoroark can turn into people, and as we've seen from the movies, because I remember there was this one Zoroark movie, Zoroark can actually speak English while in the form of a human. Do I think that N is Zoroark? No, I don't. Because he's N, bro. He's honestly one of the most iconic villains or characters in general of all time. I mean, there's so many Pokemon cards with Zoroark and N on the same thing. And also, it makes sense. He was raised alongside Pokemon. It fits his character so well to be able to speak with Pokemon. Because, you know, like, Team Plasma isn't, like, inherently evil at the beginning of the story. They're just doing what they think is right, which is liberating Pokemon. Like, it just fits N's character so much. I'm not buying this one. I don't think N is a Zoroark. 5 is Red killed Blue's Raticate, one of the darkest theories regarding your rival in Red and Blue. The evidence is that Blue has a Raticate on the SS Sand, but when you meet him in the next in the Pokemon Tower, a graveyard, the Pokemon is gone. The dialogue. Blue asks if you know what it's like to have a Pokemon die, implying that he is there to bury his Raticate after is too injured to be healed following your ship battle. So this suggests that you, the player, killed Blue's Pokemon. I don't believe it because I don't think Pokemon would go along the route of actually killing a Pokemon unless it's super central to the plot. Like, if Pokemon was to make you canonically, like you, the player, canonically kill a Pokemon, it would have to be so central to the plot. And I don't think they would ever make you, the player, a young child, kill a living being. I could maybe see it as like a super long shot from some incredibly evil team like leader in the future who like kills like a random Pokemon. But like outside of the manga, this is never something we see in the games. And bro, your 11-year-old character is not killing someone else. I will say the evidence does make sense. Like the next time immediately after you defeat his Pokemon, it leaves his team for the rest of the game, and it happens to be in the graveyard. But come on, guys. Game Freak isn't making child animal killers. Like, come on. Our number 4, Gengar's Clefable's Shadow, suggests that these two Gen 1 icons are two sides of the same coin. The evidence, their silhouettes are nearly identical, from the ears to the body shape. The mechanical link. Clefable was a normal type and Gengar is Ghost. In Gen 1, they're immune to each other's stab moves, mimicking a person unable to touch their own shadow. Let me give it 5 seconds of thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Are we do we think that's like saying Scorbunny and Baneri are the exact same species, just slightly different? Like, no, that's not how it works, bro. Just because their silhouettes are similar doesn't make them a thing. Like, yes, it would be cool if it's Clefable Shadow. Alright, Cubone is a baby Kangaskhan. A heartbreaking theory regarding the lonely Pokemon and its distinctive skull. The evidence. The baby in Kangaskhan's pouch has a near identical body shape to Cubone. Except, you know, it's like purple. Not that that matters, or not that the color matters. The twist. Fans believe that if a mother Kangaskhan dies, the baby takes her skull, becoming a ground-type Cubone instead of maturing into a normal-type Kangaskhan. Yeah, I already talked about this. I don't believe it. Now, I'm willing to give it a chance, because there is, in Sun and Moon, Cubone can call in a Kangaskhan to help it in an SOS battle, which suggests that there's some kind of link there, but I low-key think that was just the devs kind of giving a nod to this very popular Pokemon theory. I mean, their color is too far off, and honestly, it just doesn't make sense. Also, we've confirmed seeing Cubone's mother. Remember in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and the other Kanto games where we literally have a cutscene where a ghost Marowak, confirmed to be this Cubone's mother, comes back and says one final goodbye after you use the Silph Scope to clear the tower. Like, as much as I want, trust me, I truly do want to believe this theory is true. I like how it sounds, but logically it's not true. Theory number 2, the Great Pokemon War, explains why the Pokemon world lacks adult men and revolves around children on solo journeys. The evidence. Lieutenant Surge explicitly tells players that electric Pokemon saved me during the war. The impact. This theory suggests a massive conflict occurred just before the games began, leaving a world largely run by children, elderly people, and specialized military adjacent figures like Nurse Joy. So what we're saying is that the reason that a 10-year-old saving the region is because all the men are off at war or just went to war and died there. No, I don't think so. Yes, Lieutenant Surge is an army man, and I'm pretty sure in one of the games he actually does mention America, but as we know, the Kanto games are very flawed. They were the first games, and they didn't really know where to distinguish between real life or not. They had some issues with them, as much as I love them, I have to admit that. I don't think this theory is true. Again, war killing Pokemon, that's not something we're gonna see in a game. Before I go over the last theory, make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far. I post new videos every Friday, so you have a lot to look forward to. Alright, number 1, allegedly the most believable theory so far, Ditto is a failed Mew clone. The most famous theory is that Ditto are the byproduct of attempts to clone Mew. The evidence, both are pink, normal, and blue, shiny, weigh exactly 4 kilograms, and are the only 2 Pokemon that naturally learn Transform. Location, Ditto is found in the Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar Island, the exact site of the experience that created Mewtwo. That actually makes a lot of sense. No, think about it. Right? Because obviously Mewtwo was a clone of Mew. But they probably didn't get it instantly because they got like some of Mew's DNA, remember? But in many different forms of media, they've said that Mewtwo's DNA had to be Mew's DNA had to be combined with the DNA of a human to create Mewtwo because their previous experiments weren't working or something like that. So that makes sense. Ditto is a very cellular, unstable Pokemon. I mean, it's literally a blob of like jelly that transforms into whatever it sees. It makes sense, right? Because you're trying to form a Pokemon from half of DNA, so it'll obviously come out looking like some blob monstrosity. Also, it is basically the exact same color as Mew, and that its shiny is the exact same color too. It just, obviously, some of the, like, what would the word be? Like, aesthetic DNA kind of probably got carried over, right? Like, Mew's pink, Ditto's pink. Mew's shiny is blue, Ditto's shiny is blue. It can transform into other Pokemon, that. But the powerful side of Mew, like it being able to learn any move, or it's like Bubble Shield, that kind of stuff, that is the part that got left out, that they eventually had to use human DNA to create Mewtwo. It just makes so much sense, not to mention that Ditto is literally found in the site of these clonings. Like, what? I actually, no, that should just be confirmed as canon at this point. Like, that legitimately makes sense. And also, you can make the argument, well, how are there so many Ditto in the world? I'm pretty sure that, and if it was such an unstable, like, cellular unstable creature like this theory suggests it was, it would probably be able to duplicate itself and then duplicate and keep going. I believe this. Let me know what you guys thought about the theories below. Please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.